What happens when Minecraft and Don't Starve come together and have a baby? You get Vintage Story. Hi, I'm Reborn, and this is my Let's Play series in Vintage Story. Let's get into it. In the previous episode, I fought off my first shiver. Or, more accurately, I ran and hid like a bitch. Once I collected myself, I got back to doing some renovations on the property, finishing crafting my first bronze hammer and pickaxe, expanded my vineyard to accommodate the ridiculous amounts of bushes I've been collecting, and then plotted out my next adventure. What I thought was going to be a simple task turned out to be me scaling a massive, steep mountainside to collect my first surface copper. It was perilous in its own right, but it's probably the most fun I've had mining in this game. While I was out, I grabbed some sand so that I could mess around with wattle and daub, and also grabbed some whole stone blocks so that I can make a cairn. The next day, I ran to the other mountainside where I could gather the only other surface copper that I knew of. On my way home, I finally found a cow, and I lured her back to my ranch. I caged her up with the bulls for, well, you know, and died in a temporal storm. This was in the update where the spawn rates were crazy and had not yet been fixed. Regardless, I had a good time. Next up, it's time to find some tin, get into the Bronze Age, and also prepare more for winter. Alright. And we're back. Nice rainy day. I did some things. And I actually was recording, but I had some problems, and the file got corrupted. So, we're trying this again. I replaced these doors with some fence gates. I had found this thing and trapped it. I got attacked. There was high rift activity, and I got attacked by a mob of monsters, so I have a bunch of arrows laying around, and I died once. So let's get rid of that. Let's collect these arrows. I'm using a mod that you could see all the projectiles here. Forget what it's called, but I should have the name of it in the description. It's super handy to find all your arrows and spears. And I also started prospecting. There's pretty much nothing right next to the base, but going over towards these mountainsides, there's some copper and some other metals here. So, oh, I also thought I killed a cow, but maybe that's part of the file, or part of the whole world shut down. Actually, I ran out of disk space, so I had to reorganize some things. But yeah, I don't think that it saved that I killed this cow, so let's go kill it again. Yeah, there you are. Let's do this, cow. 3 shots. Man, they're pretty easy to kill. Last time it gave me 2 hides, so it's a little bit irritating. I need those hides to start doing some leather working and whatnot. Here's another one. Well, that one almost killed me. Backed me up into a tree. I wasn't prepared for that. Took 4 shots for this one. Oh, maybe this was the one I killed. This one gave me 2. Alright, let's do a little more prospecting. So it looks like we're moving away from tin and copper. Well, we're already moving away from copper. Copper appears to be down this way. Oh, I hear some clicks. Yo, you know what? I bet it's underneath me. So yeah, move away from that. There's another cow. We can get some more leather. That's really what I'm going for. Thank you for your sacrifice. A lot of those arrows missed, even though I was shooting directly at it. So I don't know what's up with that. Alright, anyways, as I was saying... looks like we're moving towards iron, though. The hematite. We're not ready for that, though. We need some tin first. Or some bronze. Yeah, tin and bronze. Very poor cassiterite. That's not super helpful. Let's check up this way a little bit. Okay. High sphalerite. I forget what sphalerite is. Zinc. Okay. It's probably... I don't remember if it's better than just regular bronze or not, but... I'm not gonna worry about it. We got copper back on the menu. Worst cassiterite. So I'm thinking we need to go up this way. The cassiterite is slowly increasing. Very slowly. A little too slowly. Let's go way up here, more towards the valley, I think. Might as well grab a reading right here. A little of everything. Alright, decent cassiterite reading. That's pretty good. Let's go find some copper. Since we don't have a whole lot, this is the only copper axe I have. And I don't have any more copper, so... Let's go look over here. Make our way back. What? Alright, we gotta do something with all of these hides. So... let's make our fur coat for the winter. I can cure 3, pretty sure. But I need the fat. Oh, wait, I have fat. I forgot. Wait, how many can you do at once? Looks like up to 4. With 1 fat? Yeah. Sounds good to me. The large ones, just do 1 at a time. What about medium? Up to 2. If we want to soak, we need lime water. And that's how we get into the leather. Okay. So we need to soak them. Okay. And to make... Oh, they got a cure. I forgot. Get to curing. It might be the same rate whether it's in my bag or on the ground, but we'll just do that. Single pine log. That's taking up unnecessary space. Just make some firewood. Got a bowtorn. Oh yeah. They're out there. If he gets one shot at me, I'm dead. Which might be worth it. I have like no health right now. I need to make a saw blade, but I don't have any copper. It's getting dark. It's dangerous. He got me. I'm back. There's two of them. The one thing those bowtorns don't like, they don't like when you're close. Oh no, not a good spot. Come here. Any goodies? Another temporal gear. Oops. Just throw that out for now. Where's he at? I think there's two. Maybe just one? Nope, there are two. Man, he took a long time to throw that, spit that, whatever he does. Not even worth it. Oh, there's a third one. Oops. Okay. Oh no. How did that shiver not kill me? Where's the creepy crawly? I know there's one out here. I need a torch, but I left it over there. There he is. Got him. God, there's another one. What? There's two. another shiver. Oh. Fell in my own pit and died. I love how there's low rift activity, but there's just constant monsters spawning. Need a spear. Or 4. It's just a big fight. Right. Spear. Let's get this guy. And I have one more projectile. And another corpse. Alright, defended my home pretty well, I feel like. Only died a couple times. More cranberry bushes, why not? Think it's time to turn in for the night. Should probably store the fish. I have a lot of meat to cook. Alright, after battling drifters and such all night, I feel like I got nothing done. I have gotten just about enough flax fibers to make another bow, though. And I haven't even used half the durability on this one yet. Though I did use spears half the time, so... Might have to make a better bow next time. Okay, that one gear I threw down despawned, so I have to store them in here. I can put rusty gears on the ground, I think. Okay. What about these gears? I think I can put these on the ground. Nope. Store charcoal on the ground. Could just make another reed basket. There's a chance I could store these on the ground. Yeah. Okay. We'll just do it that way. I do need more ladders, so let's do that. Normally I'd save my sticks, but I'm about to go mining. Make sure we got some food. Should probably make some more arrows too. Let's get to finding some copper. We're gonna head up towards this section right here. I was hearing that creepy clicking noise again. But maybe I'm just hearing things. Alright, this is more or less the spot we want to be. Let's start digging down. Alright, entrance is ready. We need our torch. Let's do this. Oh, buddy. Large amounts of copper. So, from here, let's go down one more. And we'll just pick a direction and go. Alright, we're moving away. That's even farther away. So... and nothing that way. Alright, large amounts that way. So there's large amounts here, large amounts over there. Makes me wonder if we're sitting right on top of it. Still large amounts, okay. Aha! I've got to get some. I'm out of copper. This axe is almost done. Alright. That's all I can get. I usually like to block routes off that I don't want to be exploring or have already explored. I usually do it with like blocks or something, but don't have any, so we'll do it with ladders. There's definitely at least a little more copper left. I feel like I got a pretty decent little amount there. This doesn't feel like a lot. 78 nuggets. Alright. Well, at least we can make another axe. Let's get what we can out of it. Looks like 300. I remember reading or hearing that if you spread it out evenly, then it will melt down faster or more efficiently or something. I could be making that up though. Who knows? Alright, we got one charcoal burning. Should be able to do it with two, I think. I could have put a peat in there in between just to extend this whole thing out a little bit more. But I think this will still work. We would have had to use 2 charcoal either way. Okay, so we're definitely making a pickaxe. We're gonna make an ingot. Apparently I was stepping on that or something. And the last one, let's do another prospecting pick. Yeah, I think that's the way to go for now. Let's go mining, get the rest of that copper. Alright, looks like I got it all. Oh, digging deeper. Looks like I found some more copper. Let's go. Bingo. I'm going insane. Alright, I think that's enough to go back down and finish this up. Alright, we're making a forge here, and I'm just gonna set it down right there. Extra limestone blocks, might as well place them out here. Made a nice little charcoal pit the other day I forgot about. Alright, let's make our saw. Also, that second vein of copper was, it was all rich chunks. So, we should have quite a bit here. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty decent amount for a close by vein. And there we have our first saw blade. We can finally make some proper doors. It's a beautiful rainy day. Ooh. Let's grab some food. So, I did a little renovating, and apparently I forgot to hit record, so basically I extended the front side of the house forward a little bit more. I also extended this... I moved the forge area out this way, and extended this side of the house out a little bit more. Added a few fences for windows, but it's a lot more spacious here. I've not moved the cellar, and I need to actually split this into a couple different rooms probably. Need to be able to sleep, and I want to use the same fire pit that I cook with to keep warm at night, so that during the winter I don't freeze to death as easily. I usually have to make an extra fire just to stay warm, and I just want to use one fire if I can, so I'm gonna try to have the kitchens and like the kitchen fire right next to my bed somehow, without it being like just an open space. So let me mess around with some ideas with that. Whoa. I was not expecting that. Does it do it with the little ones too? It sure does. Not a very big bedroom. It definitely keep me warm during the winter though. Let me think about this. Alright, this is a little bit more what I want to do with a cellar. The interesting thing is, just having the door here, even if it's open, will seal it. Alright, we got sort of a chimney that is protected by the rain still. You can hang these on the wall. They don't have to go on the ground. What about the big ones? Oh yeah. Alright, that's pretty good. Trying to get out of in and out of my room is annoying though. It's so small. So let's pull it forward a little bit. And now we got roof access. We really need to upgrade the inventory space. So I need to make some nails. Right. Nails and strips. Just make 2 bars worth. Why not? Ooh, we also need to make some shears really bad. Let's do that too. I just realized that these are not fishing hooks that I made. They're fishing lures. And it looks like you just add them to the hook. So maybe I could just have those instead of baiting them. I did catch a fish without any bait. It's just pretty rare. Oh wow. Got a fish already. Alright, let's make some chests. Now I want some more sticks and oak trees, so I'm gonna go shear that oak tree over there. Alright, that one oak tree gave us 9 oak seeds, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna plant them over here near my other oak saplings I've been collecting. Just realized I made a bunch of granite stone fences when I started with limestone. Caught a couple more big fish. Those lures might be overpowered. Made some glass windows. Alright, time to find some tin. Maybe in the morning. Also, I'm thinking we get another pickaxe, because I only have one at the moment, and if I mine enough, then I'm gonna need another one. Just realized I never made a trough. We should probably do that. There we go. The bowls are kind of in the way, but she's ready to mate. Fantastic. Alright, got our backup pickaxe. Let's eat and get on the road. I'm thinking this area up here. We got some tin and possibly iron. Why don't you get to it? See what we can see. Might as well check some of these other spots too. Alright, looks like we've zoned in on some tin. Looks like if we want iron, we're gonna have to go more this direction. Unless we're lucky and it's just in here anyways, but we're gonna start with some tin. Well, looks like we found a nice cave down here with some baddies. I can hear them splashing around.
I can't get around the quartz, so I'm gonna have to find an alternate way.
Ah, we found some cassiterite, baby. Which is good because I'm pretty much out of ladders. Now we just gotta zone in on it. Boom, baby. Found it. Let's get it. There's a tiny bit more somewhere, but I couldn't really find it. I want to get out of here before baddies start spawning. And before I start starving. I had to dodge a lot of quartz to find that. Since I can't mine it yet. Oh, looky here. This area does have gold and silver, so I want to mark it. But I'm gonna get to safety first. Alright, I'm gonna have to find another spot with tin, because that was not very much. Or find a whole bunch of iron right away. We'll have to see on our next mining outing. 44. It's not great. But let's start smelting some. I mean, it looks like we can make a pretty good amount. So I think the least amount I can do is make it 168 units. So we'll do 170. That's about 8%, I believe. The only problem is we can't fit any more copper. So we actually have to give it these 2 extra nuggets. Unless we do it in... That's only if we do it all at once. If we do it in batches, smaller batches, then I think we could do it. So if we like do it in half, for instance. We can add a little more copper. Well, with 1050 units, we can easily make an anvil. And 1.5 nuggets. This looks like it's going to take exactly 6 charcoal, but it might take 7. And so I'm just putting a peat in between each charcoal to keep it warm, and it'll stretch out the charcoal a bit. That way I know I can get it in 6 and not have to use 7. Looks like I'm gonna get it in 5 actually. With that distraction out of the way, let's finish this up. Oh no. My torch is burnt out. We're gonna do another test here. See if we can do it with 4 charcoal and actually getting 1 peat in between each one. Easiest kill of my life. This is the 5th charcoal. I think it might make it, but I don't want to take the chance. I'm just gonna... It's just 1 charcoal. Yeah, this was with the 5th charcoal. It's already starting to go down. It's not quite finished. But it's pretty much finished. Still have 200 units. We might have to keep it warm until I can put them in a mold. I don't know how cold it can be and still be able to pour it. Will this still pour? I meant to make a regular pickaxe. Oh well. And here it is. We've done it. Made it to the Bronze Age. Fantastic. I think that'll be it for this episode. We're gonna have to do some more winter preparation. The winter is at our doorstep, so can't be messing around too much. So anyways, see you guys in the next episode. Later.